Merry meet Aries, Aries sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Aries starting today, the 27th of February, 2024. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Honeypaw. Moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Honeypaw. Thank you so much, Dre. And thank you, Aries, for joining us today. And friends of Aries, too. I'm reading today with this Tarot Grand Luxe. And I've already purified with this gorgeous Agua de Colonia Concentrada by Alvarez Gomez. You can find links to purchase these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here today. This goes out to a lot of Aries, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it. It may not be meant for you. If that happens, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs, or you can listen to the general reading for all signs every day but Monday. Plus, we have a weekly reading, which is a pick a card reading. You can find the most recent readings on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you just don't feel like watching shuffling, you can fast forward right to the reading by using the timestamps in the video descriptions. Better to do that than message me complaining about my shuffling. Because I gotta shuffle. Without a shuffle, you can't have a good reading. Let's see. What was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah, we have a shop, arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. Those are still affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. But do stay tuned. We will have a new shop. And the soft launch of that new shop is going to be sometime in April, so stay tuned. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We do appreciate your support. But Aries, what we appreciate the most is you. And I am so looking forward to giving you a reading, and I'm hoping I'm going to make sure that it's the most accurate reading I can give. So let's just shuffle this one last time, give this deck a nice clean cut. We'll see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Aries. Okie dokie, Smokey. Starting out with a 5 of Swords, followed by a 10 of Wands, and then a Page of Swords. Well, isn't this special? Sorry, Aries. I think you need to crawl into a hole and pull the hole in after you. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be fine. It looks like the worst is behind you. But I think maybe you haven't been the nicest person lately. And then if that's not the case, maybe some people haven't been the nicest to you. I think you've been dealing with trying to be nice, trying to be kind, and you're overwhelmed. You're overloaded. And it's hard. It's hard to be the best you that you can be when you've got so many things going on. So it's time to, I know what you're going through. You know, it's time to just take some burdens off. Chill out, let go. Don't try to do everything anymore. You don't have to. It's an Aries thing. Aries people, you love to do everything because you've got that unbelievable energy that nobody can ever quite fathom how one person can have that much energy. But even you have a limit, and it's hard to tell yourself the truth about the fact that in this world, you too, Aries, have a limit, and many of you have reached your limit. And it's time to just notice that and calm down, relax, and take a break. Take a chill pill. Take some downtime if you can. Definitely let go of the excess burdens. Some of these burdens you could probably offload to people, but I know what you're saying. I can hear you. I'm so busy, I don't have time to decide who can offload. I understand. It's so hard. You get to the point where you're so overloaded, you don't even know how to unload because you're so busy. I don't have time to unload. But you will. And so today's the day. Today's the day to say, I cast this burden and that burden and that burden and that burden on infinite intelligence within me, and I go free. Just say that again and again today. As the burdens come up, I cast this burden on the infinite intelligence within me, and I go free. And then do that. Allow yourself to go free. I took a whole day off yesterday because I had just given a reading. Take a whole day off, and I thought, I better do that. And it really makes a difference, and you can too. Whatever you need to do to unburden yourself, Aries, you're going to do it, okay? Because it's why you haven't been your best self. And I don't mean that in a mean way. You're doing your best, but you know how you can be? Aries is usually really nice and really sweet, but if you're overloaded, you're just awful, right? And you don't mean to be. You don't mean to be like that. You don't like being like that. You like to be the best you that you can be. And it's hard to be the best you that you can be when you're carrying so many weights on your shoulder. Not only that, but it's time for you to demand truth. It's time for you to demand truth, infinite truth, divine truth. Divine truth now manifests in all areas of my life. Divine truth now manifests in all areas of my life. I let go of everything that is not divine truth. Those are the kinds of thoughts you want to think. Because when you're this burdened, you're more easily pulled into stuff. You're more easily given a bill of goods because you don't have the energy or the time or the resources to vet things because you're so overloaded. And people take advantage of that, even if they don't do it consciously. Sometimes it's just that there's misinformation and mistakes and you didn't catch them. And that's the benign version of that, but that still can be a problem. But the worst part of that is when somebody says, ooh, Aries is really overloaded. I think I can lie to them and they won't notice. I can take advantage of that, right? So recognize that. All right, let's open this up because it's not all bad. Actually, this isn't bad. It's good to know. It's actually quite good to know this, but let's see. Okay, we've got the Pope card or the Hierophant card. We've got the Eight of Swords and then the Eight of Cups. Okay, so I like the eights because it's Mercury. What I don't love about the Eight of Swords is that you can't break free from the thought loops. You can't break free from all of the burdens because you think that, that there's no way out. And all of those burdens are in your mind. They're all in your mind. And so today's a great day to use that, or this whole couple weeks is a great time to use that off switch. If you don't know that off switch technique, just go to my website, go to YouTube and search Gotoga off switch and shut them down. Just use that technique. That video is like, 3 minutes long or something? It's not very long. You can learn how to use that technique and just use it over and over and over and over and over again. And don't feel like you're powerless either. I think a lot of you have been fighting with some sort of authority figure or something like that. And you're not powerless. But if you're overburdened, you're not able to see things clearly. And so you don't bring the fight in the right way, and then you just fight for the sake of fighting. And then that increases the burden. It increases the obsessive thinking. So the good news is that infinite intelligence is guiding you out of all of this. If you can shut your mind down, if you can shut that thinking down, shut down all of the chatter in your mind, drop all those burdens, and allow yourself to just have that moment of clarity and peace where you're guided straight out of it. Look at how quickly and easily this person just says, whoa. And I don't usually love these illustrated pip cards, but I like this one. It drops all the burdens and goes, oh, I'm fine. I don't need all that crap. It drops it all and goes and is enjoying the rest of their day. You could do this today if you wanted to. You could do this second if you wanted to, and then let infinite intelligence lead you into where you're supposed to be, that light representing where you're supposed to be. This is not infinite intelligence's will for you. This is not God's will for you to be burdened and to be upset and to feel like you have to fight and to be going through thought loops and obsessions and to be lied to or to have misunderstandings. None of that is God's will. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be following your higher path and being happy and successful. You know this, but you got caught. You got caught in a kink where you think that you have to carry all these burdens, that if you don't do every little thing, it won't get done, and everybody's depending on you and all of that stuff, right? And just like I always tell people, and I have to tell it to myself too, the sun's going to come out tomorrow whether or not you have these burdens. You drop those burdens, not one baby will be without their formula. You drop those burdens, not one person's going to lose their job. You drop these burdens, not one planet in the solar system is going to go off its course, right? So it's not necessary for you to be doing what you're doing. It's not helpful. It's not necessary. And it's a delay tactic of your ego. It's a way for your ego to waste your time so that you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting and doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I think you already know what you're supposed to be, do, and have because you already have that success going on. It's already sort of happening even in spite of you. It's happening in the background. But you can't enjoy any of that because you're kind of caught up in all of this. So it's important for you to stay with that understanding. And at the second you start overburdening yourself, you drop it. I mean, you just say what I told you to say, or some variation thereof. I cast this burden on the infinite within me, and I go free right now. You start obsessing over things, you drop those obsessions. Somebody gives you a line of goods, you cut it off immediately. You start fighting with an authority figure, you just drop that sword. You don't need that because you'll be guided, you'll be led. And that's what you want to focus on is, what do I do? What do I say? Who do I say it to? In the moment. What do I do? Asking infinite intelligence, asking that inner guide, not asking the burdens, not asking the obsessive thoughts, not asking people in websites and things like that, not asking chat rooms and getting involved in arguments and things like that. If you notice that you're getting involved in arguments or having some big battles with big monolithic ideas and things like that, stop it. Just drop it immediately. Immediately. It's not going to help anybody. It's not your responsibility to fight that fight. It's not your responsibility to fight any fight right now. It's your responsibility to drop the burdens and to go and be happy, to go and be successful. And if you can do that right now, then this is your whole 2 weeks. This peaceful, joyous, successful journey. That's what you can have for this whole 2 weeks. Or you can delay this and you can wait for a couple weeks to get there. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. But do it today. Do it now. And get right to the good. All right, Aries, you've got a lot of work ahead of you, and that work entails not doing so much and dropping all of your burdens, dropping all of your obsessions, dropping all of the big fight, and allowing yourself to call on divine truth and let divine truth lead you. And it wants to, and it's right there for you right this second. All right, thank you so much for being here. I'll be back in another 2 weeks for another 2-week reading for you. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Honeypaw and Dre. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Aries. Blessed be.